that we now have one attendee for our online new student orientation. Good afternoon, Alex. My name is Sherry Licone. I'm the director for I have a new title. I am the executive director of enrollment services here at Central Arizona College, and I'll be walking us through orientation this afternoon. A couple of tips and pointers. You will be muted. Your video is also off. So if you have any questions, please use the raise your hand feature. You can also use the chat feature, Alex. Right to the right of your screen, there's a purple little button. If you open it, it expands, and you do have a chat function there. And we have Maggie Almquist, who is our program assistant for student services. She is monitoring that chat, so any questions that you have, we will get right back to them. So again, welcome to New Student Orientation at Central Arizona College. We're going to get started. It is 2:03, so we'll get started and move ahead. Alex, just a reminder, you do have that chat function to the right of your screen. Click that purple tab there and the arrows. It will expand a chat function, and you can chat us and ask any questions that you might have throughout the session here today. I'm going to move forward to our next slide, or it will be our first slide, I believe. Bear with us, we are having some weather today, which frequently impacts the speed of our internet connection. So we are going to move as quickly as the internet permits us. So just letting you know, I am located live here today at the Signal Peak campus in Coolidge, Arizona. But just so that you know, you may be joining us at the Santan campus. You may be taking classes at Superstition Mountain in Apache Junction, Maricopa campus out in Maricopa, at our Aravaipa campus near Winkleman, Arizona, or you may be an online student. Please know that no matter where you are a student at Central Arizona College, all of these tips and pointers are relevant to your experience here at CAC, no matter what campus. So welcome. Moving forward here, today's session is going to move us through the tips and pointers on advising, what you need to know there. We're going to look at registration and important parts of the registration process that you need to know. We'll look at the tools that you need to be a student here at Central Arizona College, and then we'll look at how to become a bigger part or a part of your community here on campus. So at this time, I'm going to just do a sound check. Maggie, if you could chat me and just let me know that this sounds okay and that you can hear me, I'd appreciate it. And at that point, I am going to turn my video off so that we can just concentrate on our slides here. Thank you, Maggie. Maggie says that everyone should be able to hear us out there in orientation land, so thank you, Maggie. We're going to move right on to the next slide, which is going to discuss advising. So the advice that we have here at Central Arizona College is we want you to meet with an advisor every single semester. That advisor is your point person that will help you do things like set career goals. They'll help you develop that master academic plan. They'll help you to discuss courses that you plan to put into your master academic plan, and they'll connect you to support such as testing, such as tutoring, such as accessibility services, veteran services. They're here to help you, the student, be successful. We are open in the advising department Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you come in person, we do recommend getting there before at or before 5 o'clock, because just to give yourself that time to meet one-on-one with an advisor. You can schedule an appointment or email our online advisor at centralaz.edu. Our advising department is located, we have advising departments on each and every one of the campuses here at CAC. Again, the takeaway here is make sure that you're meeting with an advisor consistently every single semester, sometimes even more, depending on your needs. We're going to move right along here. Looking at registration. So we're going to move through a couple of points. The first one is on-time registration. Then we'll talk about the add-drop period. Then we will look at tuition info. We'll talk about financial aid and avoiding the purge while you're a student here at CAC. So what you need to know as a student is that we want you to register for classes prior to the start of class. You cannot add a class after the class has begun. And that means that any changes that you need to make to your schedule should be done as soon as possible. Okay, I'm going to move forward in the slides here. The add drop period is going to be for spring 2020 will be January 21st through January 28th. The add drop period is the time when if you see a class that you don't necessarily appreciate, don't want to take, is not going to work with your work schedule or your family schedule, you will have that period of time, January 21st through the 28th, to add and drop classes during that week. Remember, this week is the week that classes start as well. So the classes that you're able to drop at any time, but the classes that you're going to add, they need to be classes that have not yet begun. So keep that in mind. That's a very important date and deadline that you have to only add class. You can only add classes that have not yet begun. Now, speaking of the add drop period, make sure that you, before adding or dropping classes, you want to talk with financial aid and cashiers. Dropping credits can and will affect your federal financial aid. It could affect scholarships that you are receiving, or it could affect your Promise for the Future award. And all of these have an impact on your ability or on your payments for classes. And more importantly, it'll have a great impact on your ability to successfully finish out your semester and eventually your career here at CAC. So adding and dropping is it's a big deal, and we want to make sure that you are consulting financial aid and the cashiers before you do make any movement in your schedule. This is especially true if you are a student who is a veteran or is using veterans benefits, because that reporting to the VA is of utmost importance for funding purposes. So make sure that you are reporting, make sure that you are making your choices correctly and speaking with the appropriate resources, namely financial aid and cashiers. All right, let's talk a little bit about refunds. Let's say you do take advantage of that drop and add period. There are refunds available. You are eligible, we're going to start down at the bottom here. You are eligible for a 100% refund if you drop a semester length class prior to the start of class. But you have to drop it prior to the class beginning, meaning if a class meets for the first time on a Monday, you need to have dropped that before that Monday. So you have to pay attention to dates and deadlines here. If a class starts on Tuesday, it must be dropped prior to the start of that class for a 100% refund. You are eligible for a 90% refund if we drop classes during the add and drop period. Now remember, the add drop period is the period of January 21st through January 28th for the spring 2020 semester. When you drop a class during the add drop period, you are eligible for a 90% refund, meaning the college retains 10% of the tuition that you have paid. Why do we do this? Well, you have taken someone's seat in that class and we are no longer able to fill that seat. And so 10% is retained. As an example, let's say, for example, your tuition is $100. If you drop the class during the add drop period, we will retain 10% or $10 from your tuition. Now, you are unfortunately not eligible for a refund of tuition paid for any withdrawals made after the add drop period. So if you drop a class after the add drop period, meaning after January 28th, you will not be eligible for a refund for that class. Keep in mind that you, the student, must officially drop a class if you do not wish to attend. This is a policy of the college, and it's something that is a responsibility of you, the student. If you do not plan to attend a class, you must come in to complete the appropriate paperwork if you want to receive a refund. And of course, remember, your refund options are 90 and 100%. There are no refunds for withdrawals after the add drop period. All right, we're going to move right along here. All right, let's look at some important withdrawal deadlines. So we know that we can add and drop any of the classes during that first week. So which this week is, or excuse me, the spring semester will begin January 21st through the 28th is add and drop period. You can still drop classes after the 28th of January. You will not receive a refund. However, there are still some deadlines throughout the semester that you want to pay close attention to. For example, our most common length of course is a 16-week course. If you are registered for a 16-week course that you wish to drop, you must drop that course prior to the Thursday of the 10th week of that class. If you are taking an 8-week course, for example, some of our Bio 201, Bio 202, our math courses for elementary school teachers, those courses are 8-week courses. If you plan to drop a course after the add drop period, you must withdraw by the Thursday of the 5th week of that course. And in a 5-week course, you must withdraw by the Thursday of the 3rd week of that course. Okay, so some really important dates and deadlines. Make sure that you keep them in mind when you are going and making changes to your schedule. You want to make sure that you're also, as I said, talking to financial aid and also the cashier's office so that you are able to make sure that you're not going to have any detrimental effects to your schedule or to your federal financial aid. All right, speaking of financial aid, you will apply for federal or state financial aid by coming to FAFSA at fafsa.ed.gov. Now, the federal government has really streamlined that FAFSA form, and in fact, this can even be completed fairly simply on your mobile phone. You'll just go to that website and complete the questions asked of you. They've really simplified the form. CAC school code is 007283. Again, that's 007283. Now, the FAFSA, the federal government has actually opened up FAFSA forms as early as October 1st. So starting October 1st of each and every year, you are able to begin filling out your FAFSA for the following year. So if you plan to attend CAC in fall of 2020, you could have begun your FAFSA as early as October of this year. So basically, keep in mind that every time and every year that you go ahead and fill out that FAFSA, you can start as early as October. The federal FAFSA form is now using tax info from 2 years prior. We call that prior year. And that makes things so easy for students. All you need to do is get that tax info in your tax returns from 2 years prior, or your parent or guardian info if that's applicable, again, from 2 years prior. So no excuse to wait till the last minute to fill out your FAFSA. Now, if you are attending, this is a spring orientation. So if you're attending in spring, so meaning our January classes, you should have already applied for FAFSA. I encourage you, if you haven't done it, do it today. Today is the day for you to go into your FAFSA. We want to be sure that you are completely packaged up. You know what you're eligible for prior to the start of class. So please take my advice. Go in and do your federal FAFSA, fafsa.ed.gov. If you believe that you may not even be eligible for FAFSA, please do it anyway. Why? Because we have institutional scholarships here at Central Arizona College that are eligible, that you become eligible for once you complete the FAFSA, even if you're not eligible. It's really a goal that we have for students is to ensure you're going in and completing that FAFSA, just in case you may be eligible for any kind of form of federal aid. And again, scholarships here at the college, many of them ask you to please fill out that FAFSA form before applying for the scholarship. Remember that financial aid is limited and it does take several weeks. So again, if you're just joining us and you're planning to attend classes for the first time in the spring, we want you to apply for that FAFSA now. Funds are applied during the second week of classes, meaning you do not get your money up front. You're not going to get those funds prior to the start of class. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about housing, when you're thinking about gas, when you're thinking about those living expenses. If you are in need of those FAFSA funds, you're not going to get them till the second week of class. And also keep in mind that you are able to charge books. That book charging deadline, you can find that on our financial aid website. It differs every semester. but you can fund books. While you won't get your cash money or your stipend back prior to the start of classes, you absolutely can come in and charge your books. The way to do that is to come into the financial aid office, make sure you're clear and good to go, and then once you are cleared from financial aid, you head over to the bookstore. They'll have you on a list, and you're able to charge those books. You want to have books prior to the start of class. You can wait after the first day, but really, to be a prepared student, I would encourage you to get your books prior to the start of class. Our CAC Financial Aid website is centralaz.edu/finaid, FINAID. So that's centralaz.edu/FINAID, or email finaid@centralaz.edu. Okay. And for anyone who just joined us, I'm going to remind you there is a chat function. If you have any questions at all, we have our chat function that is in the lower right-hand corner. It's a purple tab. You push that tab and open up the chat function. Have any questions, go ahead and ask them. Maggie Almquist, our fabulous programmist for Student Services, is online monitoring chat, and we'd love to hear any questions from you. Again, my name is Sherry Lacona. I'm the Executive Director of Enrollment Services here at Central Arizona College. Happy to be with you this afternoon. We are in the middle of new student orientation for the spring semester. I'm going to advance the slide here. Avoiding the purge. So we have this fancy little graphic that really is just trying to tell you, please, 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 make sure that you have payment arrangements set up for your classes. When you think about attending college, you need to think about, how am I going to pay for this? And again, why we ask you complete your FAFSA. A couple of other options that we have a payment plan available. You can sign up for that payment plan, and of course also paying for your classes in cash or with any other type of card that we take as well. But make sure that you have a payment plan for those classes, because if you do not have all the tuition covered in full via one of those methods, paying in full, federal financial aid to cover the full balance, or a payment plan, you will be purged from classes, meaning that you lose your schedule. And so that becomes really problematic, because when that happens, then those classes fill and you're not able to get into the classes after the fact. So please make sure that you are you have a payment method in mind when you go ahead and register for classes. That's really, really important for you, the student. I don't want you to have to lose your schedule and have any issues like that. So moving right along here, and I'm going to ask Maggie, our fabulous program assistant. Maggie, if you do have anything that I'm missing or anything to pipe up, feel free to just jump in while we're going along here. Right now, we're going to talk about some of the tools that I want you to be familiar with to be successful here at CAC. So the first thing here is your My CAC portal. My CAC is going to be your sort of lifeline to a whole bunch of tools, such as email, Office 365, your student portal, library services, and IT support. Many students nowadays no longer check email, which is really unfortunate, because that is the primary method. Email is the primary method that we use here at the college to communicate with you, the student. We have social media and other ways to engage the student, but for certain, email is the primary method that we as administration, that faculty and staff will communicate with you. It is very, very important that you do access your email every single day while you're a student here at CAC. There are going to be messages with regard to events going on at the college. There could be safety, emergency messages, and also just a message of, hey, you know what, Dr. Jones from my English class, he canceled class today, and I don't have to go to English class. Any of those messages are important and vital to you, so I encourage you to check your email every single day. We also have access. So back in the day when I attended college, we had to go buy a CD. It gave us access to Microsoft Word and PowerPoint and all of these great, programs. And it was like over $100. You had to download it on your computer, and it was kind of a pain. Well, we are now in the digital age, and now you have access to Office 365 by way of you, or because you are a student here at CAC. You have free access to Office 365. Which is the most up-to-date software available for Microsoft Word and Excel and all of those different programs that you see on your screen there. It is truly amazing the amount of programs. Frankly, even in my job on a day-to-day basis, I don't use all of the programs that we have available to us. Really, really great here for students. Your login for email, also for Office 365, is going to be your first name underscore your last name at stu.centralaz.edu. I'm going to repeat that one more time, but it is located at the bottom of your screen. First name underscore last name at stu.centralaz.edu. Your password is 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit year. So it's 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit year. For example, if my birthday were January 1st, 2003, I would put 01/01/2003. So make sure that you're checking your email on a daily basis for important updates, activities, events, and part of your college community. The other great thing about Microsoft Office 365 is that you do have access to 2 terabytes of storage on your OneDrive. So you will have a OneDrive account that is personal to you, the student, and that OneDrive account will be the place where you can access all of your files. I would highly encourage you to use this OneDrive. Thumb drives, jump drives, flash drives, whatever you like to call them. What happens to them? They get lost. They get corrupted. You leave them in their car and they get fried, or your kid sticks them in your coffee. Whatever happens to your thumb drives, your jump drives, your flash drives, that doesn't happen to your OneDrive account. And so we're really lucky here at CAC. We give you access to 2 terabytes of storage. Please use that OneDrive. The beauty of OneDrive is that it integrates seamlessly. So when your professor asks you to upload a file into Blackboard or email, those OneDrive files are seamlessly integrated into our learning management system, which is Blackboard. So something to think about is it's just another great way to share files with your instructor. Of course, make use of the technology here at CAC. You are able to access that OneDrive from any computer. So you can download the OneDrive app on your phone, on your computer, on your anywhere, and then just simply sign in with your CAC credentials, and you've got access to every single file that you have been working on from today till 100 years ago. So, well, not that far. But definitely OneDrive is a really, really great option for you, the student. We're going to move ahead right now. Blackboard. So our learning management system is Blackboard. If you've worked with any others like SoftChalk or other learning management systems at other institutions and maybe some high schools, this is where most of your course content is going to be. It's where you're also going to get announcements from your professors. So there's 2 things you're going to check every single day. You're going to check your email, and you're also going to check your Blackboard account. So your login to Blackboard is, again, the same, and it's in our chat function there if you want to go access that. Your first name underscore your last name at stu.centralaz.edu, and your password is going to be your 2-digit month, 2-digit day, and 4-digit year. So, for example, if my birthday were January 1st, 2003, I would enter there 01/01/2003. Blackboard is a place that you want to check if your instructor posts that he or she will be not available, not in class today, and you have the day off class. You'll want to know that. Blackboard will tell you immediately when your grades are posted. Blackboard will give you the date, deadlines. Blackboard will have your syllabus. Blackboard is a tool that you need to know and be aware of while you're a student here at CAC. I'm going to move forward. Although not before I tell you, we do really encourage you to download the Blackboard app. The Blackboard app is a great place for you to, again, check your grades, check your assignments, see what's going on within your class, your course shelf. Blackboard is, if you enable notifications and an instructor grades your essay, grades your tests, whatever grades, it's going to come to your phone with a ding, and what better to keep on track of your student status than by having that right on technology that we already use, namely via the Blackboard app. So definitely download that Blackboard app. All right, accessing your student portal. So we recommend that you access your student portal at least on a weekly basis, and let me tell you why. There's a possibility for glitches. There's a potential that that information might change if there's something going on in the system. And if that happens, you need to know that. So I encourage you to continually check your student portal. Other areas of the portal, you can register for classes. You can get your financial aid info that's specific to you, namely how much aid are you eligible for, how much aid will you be awarded, how many scholarships or what scholarships have you been awarded. You can check your schedule and of course search courses for the next term. What I really want you to pay attention to is your financial aid info. Make sure everything is going good in there. Make sure that you haven't been for additional verification. And then periodically, I would say once a week, go ahead and check your schedule. Make sure all the courses for which you registered are still on your schedule. They're all stating that they're current and progressing. We want to make sure that you keep yourself, keep check of the information about you that is located within the student portal. So that's going to be located at centralaz.edu/student portal. You'll see on the left-hand side there that we put this little image for you on a phone. That is because our entire website has been completely optimized to be very easily read and viewed on a mobile phone. So a mobile phone is a great piece of technology that we have at our fingertips. You can look up any of your classes, your financial aid info, your schedule. You can find PDFs of unofficial transcripts, and you can do that all from your mobile phone. So please make sure that you are making use of that and check your information. Just do yourself a favor, check your information periodically on your mobile phone. All right, now if you need help with any of this, we do have two different contact numbers. On your first one here is help, contact IT. For Blackboard, email, online errors, you're going to call 520-494-5678 or email ithelp@centralaz.edu. Our help desk is where you're going to find online services, registration, financial aid information. You're going to call 520-494-5111. There is also a 1-800 number, and the email is centralhelpdesk@centralaz.edu. Now, if you have a quick question, you just want to answer, you have a quick question, we also have a Vocaro chat feature. That chat feature is open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. every single day. And we do have folks staffing those 12 hours during the day. So definitely make sure that you access chat. If you're looking to get just a quick question answered, we can easily make that happen for you. We also recommend, so in addition to the Blackboard app, we also recommend that you download the CAC app. So Blackboard and the CAC app, and enable notifications for that CAC app. It's going to give you all the information about the college. It'll even give you menus from our brand new student union. We have a brand new beautiful cafeteria, and download that app and you can figure out the menus. There are campus maps, all kinds of information on that CAC app. All right, now last we're going to talk about becoming a part of our community. Our on-campus and online student services take advantage of our libraries, the computer access that we have at each and every one of our campuses. Our librarians are ready and willing and really just dying to help you with reference assistance, online databases. That is their specialty. Each and every one of our campuses has a licensed librarian in their library, and they're ready and willing to help you. So make sure you reach out. Our learning centers offer in-person and online tutoring, so make sure you take advantage of that. It is not the D and F students who use tutoring, it's actually those B and C students who want to improve their grades. So before you see a problem, make sure that you reach out to our learning centers and get some of that great free tutoring. Again, in-person and online available. Just ask those questions. We have bookstores at most campuses. We encourage you to save those receipts in case you do drop them. We do have on-campus housing if you're in need of housing at our Signal Peak campus. We have food vending and dining services at all of our 5 campuses, and also mental and behavioral health services available through a partnership with a local organization. I want you to take note of this WellVia partnership. Here at CAC, we do contract with WellVia. So by way of you being a student, you are eligible for WellVia services. You will have 24/7, 365 days a year access to doctors for just a $35 con fee. It costs nothing to sign up for this program. The WellVia folks can diagnose things like pink eye or a sinus infection or the common cold. All of that for a $35 consult fee. It's really a great service. And the most amazing thing is that it's not just you, but up to 5 of your family members. So keep in mind that this is something that you have available. If, for example, if you're a person that does not have health care or health insurance, you at least now, being a CAC student, at least have access to these teledoc services. It is a phone consultation. I myself have used these phone consultations, and it is fantastic. It is a live video feed consultation, almost just like you're sitting right there with a doctor. So go ahead to that website, wellviasolutions.com. It will give you more information. And if you have any more questions, we do have this information on our website as well. They also have a prescription discount service if you're in need of prescriptions. Again, the key is for us to keep you healthy. We want you to be healthy, and we've partnered with WellVia to do that. To activate your WellVia account, we want you to access WellVia on the mobile app, online, or phone. Frankly, I believe that the mobile app is the easiest. You can go ahead and download that mobile app. That's where you can have that great one-on-one phone consultation via video. You'll put in your member ID, create a username and password, complete a few fields to begin your electronic medical record, and then just request a consult. It will be a $35 consult fee, and you do this anytime, anywhere. Remember, 24/7, 365 days a year. Really a fantastic service. And remember, you can sign up to 5 members of your household as well. So it's not just you, it's folks that live in your household too. So we're really lucky as students, and we're happy as staff to be able to promote this to you guys. And I'm going to move on to the next slide. And again, remember, if you're just tuning in, we do have this chat function on the right-hand side here. Student accessibility services. If you are a person that has had a 504 plan or an accessibility plan in high school or in a previous learning environment, we do have accommodations available. But we ask that you connect with Cheryl Hernandez. She is our Director of Student Accessibility Services, 520-494-5409. And you can also email her at cheryl.hernandez@centralaz.edu. Again, cheryl.hernandez@centralaz.edu, 520-494-5409. Types of accommodations that we provide are quiet testing environments. We do provide text-to-speech transcription, extended test times, sign language interpreters. And we also help you to coordinate with other local and state agencies to get you the services you need to be successful here at CAC. We also have a fantastic Veteran Services Center, and we have a coordinator of our Veteran Services Specialist is Elizabeth Barrett. So if you plan to use veterans benefits, or if you are a veteran, military, a survivor, or a dependent, we can administer those veterans benefits for you. Elizabeth's name is elizabeth.barrett@centralaz.edu, and her phone number is 520-494-5517. She is located in the M Building at the Signal Key campus, but she does travel to all campuses and centers to meet with the veterans that she serves. So definitely, if you're a veteran using benefits, you really need to connect with her to make sure that you get all of the benefits for which you are eligible. Getting involved on campus. Slides here. We want you to be a part of our campus community. We want you to be a part of what we do here at CAC. Here at CAC, we are a family, and we know that students who are involved on campus are more likely, will have higher GPAs and are more likely to graduate and graduate at more efficient rates, meaning that you graduate more quickly. because you're a part of the campus, you're a part of what we do here at CAC, and you're involved with faculty and staff that help you to stay on track. So if it's student government, it's PTK, Phi Theta Kappa, Student Nursing Association, or the Welding Society, whatever it is for you, we want you to get involved. If you're interested, call Student Engagement at 520-494-5599. Again, 520-494-5599 to learn about more ways that you can get involved. Keep in mind that for student government, for our campus activities board, there are actually stipends associated with those programs. So we want you to get involved, and there might even be a little bit of money or cash tied to it to help you make it through your experience here at CAC. Talking about faculty expectations, a couple of things that you want to be really, really well aware of. We want you to be prepared and participate in class. It is important. Your instructors, keep in mind, these are experts. They're subject matter experts, and they want you to be prepared and to participate in class. Make sure that you communicate with instructors. Make sure that you make it a priority to communicate one-on-one with your instructors so that they know who you are, where you're coming from, and what your learning needs are. You want to be sure to practice some really good time management skills. It can be really tough to balance home, school, and work. Lots of things happen in our daily lives. Transportation problems, housing challenges, family management, taking care of children or other family members. We need to practice really good time management skills. If you're struggling with any of these, frequently an advisor is a really good point of contact, but also your faculty. The instructors that are teaching your courses are here to help you. We want to make sure that you seek out support, and that you're also always participating in an environment of mutual respect for not only your faculty and your instructors, but also the other students in your classes. Some important college policies, FERPA. So your educational record is yours and yours alone. And you need to, if someone else needs to access your college record, be it mom or a dad or a spouse or a brother, sister, or anyone that you need to access your educational record, you need to have them sign a FERPA form. That FERPA form is going to be located right within your student portal. So make sure that you are aware of how to get into that student portal, and it will be one of the forms that is available within that portal. Again, mom, dad, regardless of your age, mom, dad, no one can come and get access to your educational record without you first having signed a FERPA form. That's the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. That is important, and it again found in your student portal. Drugs, alcohol, and firearms are not permitted on campus, and bringing any of them will violate your student code of conduct, and we don't want that to happen. We don't want to send you into the dean of students, so no drugs, no alcohol, and no firearms permitted on campus at any time. Make sure that if you're thinking about dropping a class, that you do think about the ramifications of dropping that class. Always discuss with your financial aid advisor, financial aid here at CAC, or the cashier to understand your financial responsibilities. Talk to financial aid anytime you have a question about how does this class, adding or dropping, have an effect. Title IX. All right. So if you see something, you hear something, you know something, say something. So Title IX, Central Arizona College is committed to providing an environment free of discrimination on the basis of sex or gender, including sexual harassment, sexual misconduct, sexual assault, relationships, dating, and domestic violence and stalking. Resources and reporting options are available to students, faculty, and staff. You can go ahead to that website, www.centralaz.edu/Title IX, so TITLEIX. We do have a Title IX coordinator. Her name is Cecilia Quiros. She is located at the Signal Peak campus. She does travel to all campuses and centers. Her phone number is 520-494-6456. You can email Cecilia at Title IX, so that's TITLEIX @centralaz.edu. Again, TITLEIX @centralaz.edu. You can also email Cecilia Quiros at centralaz.edu, Cecilia.Quiros, QUIROZ, @centralaz.edu. Campus safety, all of our campuses are extremely safe. In fact, we have our own police and security officers at each campus to ensure student safety. On any campus, you can use a blue, if you feel unsafe, use one of those blue emergency towers or the alertist box in the event of an emergency. The campus security contacts are right on the screen there. So depending on what campus you plan to attend, I would encourage you to take that number down. If you're going to be here at Signal Peak campus, 520-494-5445, 520-494-5445. We also have a 24-hour emergency line. That is 520-836-9655. 520-836-9655. And the other numbers for the 4 additional campuses throughout Pinal County are located right there on your screen. All right, we want to thank you for participating in orientation. You can email us with any questions, and I'm going to stay on the line here for about 2 to 3 more minutes. If you have any questions, please chat, send us a little chat, and we can answer any questions that you might have. And if not, then we can sign off at this point. My name is Sherry Zucombe. I am the Executive Director of Enrollment Services here at Central AZ. Here at Central Arizona College, happy to have you online with us this afternoon. And we want you to be a part of our campus community, our campus family. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great afternoon.